Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. The Agro-forest promotion program for the fiscal year 2078-79 is the main policy of the Ministry of Forest and Environment. Due to the corona disaster, the number of young people who have returned from foreign countries or are in the city are increasingly going back to the villages. Counting of protected cows has been completed in Chittagong National Park. Plus more. Let us continue the program with agroforestry. Agroforestry is the future of the earth. We as human beings have to be more creative in the way we live in order for our survival. We are reaching 8 billion in number soon. For all the mankind born on earth, the sweet Mother Earth must provide. We are overusing Mother Earth and she's fighting back. She's saying that enough is enough. If you do not care for me, I can support you no more. I need your help to help you, my children. Replant the trees and make me green again. Then I will feed you and keep you healthy. Take care of me and I will bless you with all the berries of the Garden of Eden. Hey, we should do something about the desertification of Africa, India, and near home Nepali Chure. The Agroforest Promotion Program for the fiscal year 2078-79 is the main policy of the Ministry of Forest and Environment. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
The government is going to give priority to agroforestry promotion program from the coming fiscal year 2078-79 BS. In order to improve the country's finances from the forest sector, the government has given priority to agroforestry promotion programs. The Ministry of Forest and Environment has a policy of expanding agroforestry in the coming days to increase economic prosperity from forests by developing modern types of forests. For the implementation of the policy, the government has given priority to the agroforestry promotion program from the coming fiscal year. The Ministry of Forest is encouraging the farmers to expand their forest products, and the government is preparing to bring programs with a policy of expanding agroforestry, saying that the forest can be expanded in the vacant lands and the income of the people can be improved.
After the news report, let us now talk about apple garden. While the Congress Party of Nepal voices that there should not be shortage of oxygen at the time of corona surge, the apple gardens of Nepal are very productive and add hope in the hearts of the farmers. While COVID-19 threatens to wipe the mankind is not losing hope. We have mind that is blessed by the mighty God who created us in his image. New apple garden established in Jumla, one of the most important apple growing districts in the country. While the other crops do not produce much in the climate and soil of the district, apples do kindly to the farmers. Jumla is one of the districts of the country where the number of COVID-infected people is less due to the remoteness. Even then, it has death records. Fusi Apple Garden has been established in Khatkola Jaljala of Gotichor Village Municipality 5 of Jumla. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
Fusi Apple Orchard has been established in Khatkola Jaljala of Gotichor Village Municipality 5 of Jumla. Min Bahadur Bhandari, chairman of Gotichor Agro Farm Private Limited, has built a modern apple orchard with a personal investment of 80 million rupees. It is stated that about 80 million rupees has been spent for the establishment of the orchard. According to the Agriculture Development Office, apples of local variety are being produced in about 3,450 hectares in the district. Recently, farmers of the district have been attracted to commercial cultivation of Fusi variety of apples. The agriculture revolution has started in Jumla with the aim of providing employment to 150 people every day, increasing economic income and using millions of square meters of barren land.
After the news report, let us now talk about tomatoes. As the pressure due to corona is increasing, the People are more engaged into agriculture sector here in Nepal. We do not know when the war will be over. We should all engage ourselves into safe work where the crowd is not formed. Agriculture is a healthy way of living. It has aesthetical value which is unbeatable. The fruit growing and ripening is as beautiful as the flowers. It keeps us connected to nature and we spend less buying food from foreign countries. The Nepali youth who were deluded about working abroad have realized that working conditions in foreign countries are very hard. Of course, traveling makes us wise, and they have realized that there's no place like home. Due to the Corona disaster, the number of young people who have returned from foreign countries or are in the city are increasingly going back to the villages. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
Due to the Corona disaster, the number of young people who have returned from abroad or are in the city are increasingly going back to the villages. The youths who lost their jobs during the pandemic and returned to the village are beginning to be attracted to commercial agriculture. Similarly, Ashok Lama of Ramechhap is a young farmer who has come forward with the idea that something should be done in the field of agriculture in the country. This is Ashok Lama. Ashok Lama and his 3 friends have been cultivating tomatoes in Ward 3 of Khardevi village in Ramechhap district for the past 1 year. With a collective investment of 4 people, they are now producing tomatoes. Some of the youths who have returned from foreign employment and some of them who are ready to go for foreign employment are now engaged in commercial tomatoes with a plan to do something in Nepal. They are now involved in tomato farming in an effort to become successful young entrepreneurs by doing some exemplary work at home rather than abroad.
हाम्रो गाडी हाम्रो टन्डेलमा टमाटर लिन आउनुहोस् तपाईहरु पनि दिएर पठाउनुहोस् तपाईहरु पनि गर्नुस् के त्यतिकै बाँझो नराख्नु पानी सधैँ छ अहिले किनभने अलिकति यो बत्तीको चाहिँ पावर पुगिराखेन मेसिन अब जो कहिले पनि चलाउन पाइराखेन यो पाली हामीले देख्नुभयो तपाईले नि अब पानीकै कारण गर्दा यो पाली अलि छिटै हाम्रो यो टमाटर उखाल्नु पर्यो अवस्था छ किनभने बीचमा अब धेरै समय पनि भयो बर्षात पनि नभएको कारण गर्दाखेरि इनारहरु पनि पानी पनि सुक्यो हामीले तल नयाँ अहिले इनार खन्या छ यही हाम्रो यही टनेलै मुनि हामीले नयाँ अब इनार खन्या छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ अब सोचबोय गरौँ कि भनेर चाहिँ उ गरेको तर किनभने अलिकति लाइनको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हामीले पानी चलाउन सकिराखेन.
Before cultivating tomatoes, they were thinking of raising goats. However, since it takes a long time to earn income from goat rearing, they are attracted to tomato farming, saying that they can earn income quickly. Ashok says that he started farming as the production would be faster and the profit would be better.
राज्यको तर्फबाट सपोर्ट छ हैन तर किन यो बन्द सायद हुन्थ्यो होला पनि हैन यो पाली अनुदान छैन सरकारले अनुदान छैन भन्ने कुरो गरिरहेछ हैन छैन पनि रहेछ हामीले पनि बुझेको तर यो बन्द अगाडि चाहिँ के भएर चाहिँ यो अनुदान यो पाली अनुदान नभएर यो बन्द अगाडि किनभने धेरै लापरवाहीमा चाहिँ सरकारको पैसा दुरुपयोग भएको रहेछ अनि त्यो हुनाले यो पाली छैन हैन तर हामीले केही यो सिंचाइको लागि चाहिँ हामीले यो पाली केही रात गर्दैछ स्थानीय सरकारले
कति सहयोग गरेछ
5 लाख रुपैयाँ सिंचाइको लागि हामीलाई दिनु भएको छ यो भन्दा अगाडि पोहोर पनि हामीले लगभग 5 लाख रुपैयाँ नि दिनु भएको थियो हामीले यो खासै ठुलो उसमा पनि चाहिँ गएको छैन.
In the early days, they did not know how to cultivate tomatoes. Ashok started using YouTube to find out how to farm tomatoes. And by watching YouTube, he also learned how to cultivate tomatoes. Ashok says that he is involved in commercial tomato production. He has started tomato farming on 300 ropenis of land with an investment of 3.2 million rupees. The commercial farming of tomatoes, which started from 45 tunnels, has now expanded to 58 tunnels.
After the news report, let us now talk about Farmers Commission of Nepal. To make Nepal self-reliant in agriculture production by modernizing, commercializing, and diversifying the agriculture sector, which is the backbone of the country's economy, and protecting and promoting the rights of the farmers, the National Farmers Commission was issued by the government of Nepal as per the decision of 2073 to formulate the necessary policies, acts, rules, plans, and policy. It was established to back up to achieve the objectives and expected achievements as reflected in the desirable and approved Agriculture Development Strategy 2015. Formation of National Farmers Commission has been formed as per the Executive Order 2073 BS. In the next news, the National Farmers Commission has stated that farmers will be provided easy availability of agriculture inputs, including fertilizers and seeds, even during the pandemic. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
The National Farmers Commission has stated that the farmers will be provided easy availability of agriculture inputs, including fertilizers and seeds, even during the pandemic. In a press release, the Commission said that special relief programs will be conducted for the farmers after assessing the damage caused by COVID-19 and other natural calamities. The government of Nepal and other stakeholders have been drawn to the issue of operating transport service on the basis of certain criteria in order to regularize and manage the internal market immediately. It has been pointed out in the press release that it is essential to carefully facilitate the transportation of agriculture produce to the market and consumers at reasonable prices to manage and supply the chain agriculture produce.
After the news report, let us now talk about lockdown in Nepal. Nepal is fighting second surge of corona pandemic. The government has not been able to inoculate the whole population. Even though the vaccine is available for the original version of corona, the new variant has been spreading in Nepal and India. This has caused death of over 150 people per day in Nepal. Nepal is a developing country. We have less skilled manpower and less educated people. Lockdown is the only way to stop spread right now. We are overpopulated here in Kathmandu. It is wise to stay at home and come out only for emergency. A ban has been imposed in Kathmandu Valley for the prevention and reduction of corona infection. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
A ban has been imposed in the Kathmandu Valley for the prevention and reduction of corona infection. The ban has been issued realizing the need to increase security surveillance as the new variant COVID-19 infection has spread in Nepal and its impact is increasing in the Kathmandu Valley. A ban has been imposed in the Kathmandu Valley till Jesta 13. Only security personnel, health workers, ambulances, and emergency service vehicles with permission from the district administration office are operating now. Besides, the police have been taking action against those operating vehicles. The number of districts where the ban will be enforced has reached 72. In 63 districts, the entire district, and in the remaining 9 districts, partial ban has been imposed.
After the news report, let us now take a small commercial break. Stay with Krishi Television. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now talk about cow census. Cows known as Gorigai locally are black in color, even though the name suggests they're white. These cows are holy according to the Hindu religion. These cows are protected in Chittagong as they are disappearing in many parts of the country. These cows are the main cows that were domesticated in the hilly region of Nepal. With the onset of the modernization in Nepal, the farmers prefer foreign cows, which are believed to produce more milk. These Gorigais are not beneficial for the farmers as they do not produce economic value. It is illegal to kill cows in Nepal. Counting of protected cows has been completed in Chittagong National Park. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
Counting of protected cows has been completed in Chittagong National Park. The census, after 5 years, lasted for 3 days. 22 elephants and 22 enumerators were deployed in the census. It is said that cows locally known as Gorigai are found in large numbers in Triveni, Chure, and Tiger Tops areas of the park. Earlier in the 2016 census conducted in Chittagong National Park, the number of Gorigai was 368. According to the park, the census will be effective in finding out the condition of gorigai and formulating new conservation policy. Gori cows, in particular, prefer to live in high altitude and chure areas. They prefer a drier place than a water source. The average life expectancy of gorigai is 20 to 30 years. Gorigai, which has only one calf in 9 months, is basically black in color. Gorigai are found in 11 countries including Nepal.
After the news report, let us now talk about cow domestication. Cows are considered as holy by the Hindus. It is also the national animal of Nepal. It is why it is so difficult for the farmers to keep the cows, as the cows are illegal to kill in Nepal. If you have a cow, you have to keep it till it is very old and dies a natural death. You can also sell them. However, people prefer to keep buffaloes, which are killed for meat by the Nepali Mongols, and it is legal to kill the buffaloes. There are incidents of cows being tortured to death and cows being abandoned. Both of the deeds are illegal. With the new breeds of cows coming into the country, gorigais are not taken care of. Similarly, kaligai, which are considered as the holiest, are also disappearing. This next report gives hope for the other varieties of cows, but not for gorigai. This also does not give hope for the kaligai, which produces less milk and is considered as the holiest of all. The representative of Federal Constituency number 1 of Bardia District, Kabiram Tharu, is now engaged in commercial cattle breeding. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
The representative of Federal Constituency number 1 of Bardia District, Kabiram Tharu, is now engaged in commercial cattle breeding. He is engaged in commercial animal husbandry with the idea of contributing something to agriculture. This is Kabiram Tharu, who is also an elect member of the Lumbini Provincial Assembly of the CPN-UML from Federal Constituency number 1A of Bardia District. He is currently engaged in cattle breeding business. MP Kabiram Tharu, who has reached the age of 59, is from Bogetia village in ward number 7. The Tharu caste is the majority in Bogetia village. Most of them are involved in animal husbandry and agribusiness. The ancestors of MP Kabiram Tharu were all involved in agriculture. So, he has been involved in agriculture since he was a child. MP Kabiram Tharu, who has been raising cattle commercially for the past 7 years, spends his days taking care of the cows. Producing 40 to 50 liters of milk daily, he says that he has been able to earn up to 800,000 rupees annually by producing milk.
1 लाख जतिको मलै बेचिन्छ, त्यही अनुसारको अब खेतीपातीमा पनि सुधार भएको छ। अब हिजोको दिनमा मेरो खेतबारीमा लगभग त्यही 35-40 कुन्टल जति हुन्थ्यो भने अहिले 50-60 कुन्टल त अन्नबाली नै धान गहुँ फल्छ। अब अहिले 3 बाली खेती गरेका छौं, धान तोरी मकै गरेका छौं। अब धान तोरी पनि राम्रै भएको छ, त्यसलाई पनि जोड्ने हो भने वार्षिक रूपमा लगभग 7-8 लाखको आम्दानी देखिन्छ।
MP Kabiram Tharu has said that he has not taken any government grant and will not take it in the coming days. Emphasizing on organic production, he said that everyone should be involved in commercial agriculture and animal husbandry to produce organic products in agriculture. He says that one should do politics to serve the society and business to earn money.
हिजोदेखि बिग्रिएको कर्मचारी तन्त्रलाई पनि सुधार गर्न सक्दैनौं र नेपालको आर्थिक उन्नति र प्रगति गर्न सकिन्न। समृद्ध नेपाल, सुखी नेपाली बनाउन सकिन्न। लुम्बिनी प्रदेशको हकमा सुखी जनता बनाउन सकिन्न। त्यसकारणले सबै नेपालीले व्यवसाय गर्नुपर्छ। कोही पशुपालन गर्नु पर्यो, कोही बाख्रा पालन गर्नु पर्यो, कोही भैँसी गर्नु पर्यो, कोही बङ्गुर गर्नु पर्यो, कोही हाँस गर्नु पर्यो।
Parliament member Kaviram Tharu now has 21 cows and calves on his farm. Reported by Shiva Sharma Bardia.
After the news report, let us now talk about agriculture in Sangja during the lockdown. Agriculture is a wise choice of occupation during this corona pandemic. No one really comes around your backyard. Agriculture is such a wholesome work that it has been hard to replace it with industrial work. Now with pandemic making people realize that agriculture work is evergreen during all times, the youths are returning to work in the field. In Sangja, farmers are busy hoeing corn. The fields are open and the air is good. There's no crowding in agriculture. The locals of rural community of Sangja are busy in agriculture work at this time. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
The locals of the rural community of Sangja are busy in agriculture work at this time. With the onset of the second wave of coronavirus, bans have been issued in almost all districts of the country. However, the farmers of Sangja have not been affected by the ban. Now they seem to be busy hoeing maize from morning to evening. Most of the localities in Kalyan, Chapakot, Birua, Adikola, etc. of Sangja are not satisfied with maize cultivation at this time. Young people living in cities including Kathmandu and Pokhara have returned to their villages due to corona and are engaged in agriculture.
After the news report, let us now talk about what Agriculture Minister is saying. There was a discussion meeting on Zoom in which the Agriculture Minister has promised to help the farmers during the hard time. The ministry is serious about solving the problem of transportation of the produce. Last year, the farmers and traders were saying that there was no good transportation. That is why the farm goods went wasted. A lot of vegetables were reported to be rotted and heavy loss was seen in agriculture, while the consumers were unhappy about the price in the market. As the Minister of Agriculture, Kumari Aryal, has said that all should move forward together during the pandemic. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
As the Minister of Agriculture, Padma Kumari Aryal, has said that all should move forward together during the pandemic. This was stated by Minister Aryal while addressing a virtual discussion organized by the ministry among the stakeholders with the objective of facilitating solving the impact of the corona pandemic on the agriculture sector. Minister Aryal also said that the state would not sit idly by while the farmers were in trouble, stating that the government will move ahead by holding necessary discussions on the tasks to be done during the crisis. She said that it will take initiative for the necessary solution. Stating that necessary initiatives will be taken for the transportation of fresh vegetables, Minister Aryal said that the ministry has drawn its attention in this regard and necessary initiatives will be taken soon. Similarly, Secretary at the ministry, Yogendra Kumar Karki, said that the ministry was serious about solving the problems in the agriculture and life sector.
After the news report, let us now talk about liquid fertilizer. Organic agriculture could save the health of the future generation and our generation. Organic food means long, healthy life for many of the contemporary people. Scientifically, too, it is approved to eat organic food. It is the desire of every human being to live a long and safe life. In the depth of our heart, we do not want to die, even when the heaven is promised to us in many ways. Nepali government, realizing the need of the present and the future of the nation, promised to make agriculture organic within the next 10 years. However, the government has recently approved chemical fertilizer factory in the country. This next report suggests that organic production is still in the list of the government. Agriculture Knowledge Center Solukhumbu has taught farmers to make liquid manure. Let us now look at this news report for a little while.
Agriculture Knowledge Center Solukhumbu has taught farmers to make liquid manure. farmers of Ward Number 6 of Solukhumbu Municipality and Ward Number 2 of Dudkoshi Village Municipality have been taught to make liquid manure under the Organic Pesticide Expansion Program. The center has stated that training has been given not to use chemical pesticides and to increase the use of biological pesticides. By selecting farmers from block and pocket areas, 25 farmers under the group have been taught to make liquid manure. The weeds found in the village can be made from sour, bitter, hot, bitter weed, and weeds. These work to repel insects along with working as manure.
This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. The Agro-forest promotion program for the fiscal year 2078-79 is the main policy of the Ministry of Forest and Environment. Due to the corona disaster, the number of young people who have returned from foreign countries or are in the city are increasingly going back to the villages. Counting of protected cows has been completed in Chittagong National Park. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan. Samriddha Krishi, Nepal Kushan.